Mm-hmm.
So on the flip side, like a lot of times when we look at the victimization of colorism, we look at only dark skinned people.
Mm-hmm.
And then on the flip
Mm-hmm.
side, there's people who are light who go through a lot of shit
Mm-hmm.
too.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And oftentimes we tend to forget about the lighter skinned people who go through a lot because there are people who are
Mm-hmm.
lighter skinned who are constantly teased by dark skinned people who are like, you're not black
Mm-hmm.
enough and you
Yeah.
I have a
high
lot of mixed
yellow and your
friends.
skin gonna turn red if I
Hmm.
smack you and all this type of
Yeah.
stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That stuff hurts too. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
true.
A lot of my
That's
mixed
So
true.
friends have gone through that. They've
yeah,
had, it's almost
Mm-hmm.
like they've had very similar experiences as I have. So it's one area that
Mm-hmm.
we've been able to relate.
yeah.
Yeah.
So you can't forget about the people who are lighter skinned too. But I think like
Mm-hmm.
the pride of I think that it's about being proud of just being part of the black or dark or not the black. I want to say color. That sounds crazy. Part of the
Mm-hmm.
melanated people to be proud of that and just kind of look at it like that and not have that
Mm-hmm.
separatism. Because sometimes you could be like, well, I'm proud to be dark, and it's almost like people should be proud to be light. You know what I'm saying, or whatever they
Yeah.
are.
Yeah.
Whatever they are.
And
Mm-hmm.
I say all that to say that I don't think my kids really notice that right now. So I don't know if do y'all think like B, have you ever had a talk like that with Taryn? Like has it ever been something that y'all ever talked about before?
No, not directly. We haven't. But my child is super light skinned too, so she probably gets. You know what? It's probably a conversation I should have, if I'm being honest with you. But we haven't had one like that in
Mm,
terms of colorism.
Mm-hmm.
No.
okay.
So,
Okay.
but I'm sure I
She
know
may have
I
had it a
know
little
it
bit
exists in
easier,
the
I
sense
think.
that I told you she's light skinned, so that's she's reminded of that by some of the older people in the family. Like you know, what I mean, older people don't mean no harm, but they'll tell you like you're a little light skinned, but
Mm-hmm.
it's the way the little say it. They'll say it. So
Yeah.
she's
Yeah.
aware of it
Mm-hmm.
in that sense, but I don't know if it's
Right.
affected her in any
Mm-hmm.
deeper sense other than just being annoyed that they
Gotcha.
talk
Mm-hmm.
about it. You know what I mean? So
That's what's so weird though,
Mm-hmm.
because I couldn't imagine now like my son Sahara's a little lighter than Harlow is. But
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't imagine being like yo, you're light skinned. Like I don't even think that language would come up. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
of course, I can't control what they hear in the world, but to me, I'm like, it's just ain't relevant.
yeah.
So I'm just wondering,
Mm-hmm.
like you said, B. Sometimes older people they still talk like that, so it's kind of like they don't think
Mm-hmm.
about it as something a thing. Um, but is that something with your son G? Is you guys ever had that combo or anything like that? Like I guess for boys it's
We
not a big deal, but
yeah, and I'll just say my son's a grown up. He's 22.
mm,
And no, we've never had that kind of a talk. Although my son is brown skinned and I mean, but it's never been a thing, you know what I mean, to
yeah,
me or to him for he hasn't told me so
yeah,
far. You know, nothing like that. But I can attest as being a teacher. I am a music teacher
yes.
and I teach pre-K to 5th grade,
Oh,
elementary
Okay.
school.
Shh.
And
School
the
um,
us.
things I hear these children saying, oh, colorism is
Very
they are
real.
very aware.
Still
They
alive.
are saying these
Yeah.
hurtful things. They are telling me, other grown-ups, our teachers, what is being said. And then you have to go to that child and correct that other child. Like, you don't say those things. It's hurtful. You don't know how you're making them feel right now. So I see it all the time
Wait, so here
being a
I
teacher.
here I am thinking that we've grown out of that and we're in a different world, and I don't know what the hell I'm
Mm.
talking about because I ain't you
This
you
this generation,
pre-K to five you dealing with
they're
it.
on a different level. They are so advanced.
Hmm.
They know so much. They see so much that we
absolutely.
think, oh, they don't know. Yes, they do know. And I'm talking about the little ones. They
Yes,
know what's going on.
they
And they
do.
still talking that
It,
dark skin. They still talking light skin, dark skin stuff too.
absolutely yes.
Wow.
You will be amazed at the things that I hear every day. Every day. I mean, it's that and other things. It's awful.
My daughter
Mm.
It's
just turned
awful.
6 years old, and I had to
Oh,
have that conversation with her uh, 6 months ago.
Because both of them are
Um,
mm,
light.
so
mm.
Soraya is very light skinned, obviously. She's very light,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of people think that she's mixed. I mean, technically she is because her father is biracial, and she took
Mm-hmm.
that skin tone. I mean, when I
Mm-hmm.
as a baby, people always said, "Oh, her daddy must be white," because as a baby she looked mixed. Now that she's,
Mm-hmm.
a little bit older, she's got the kinky
Mm-hmm.
curly hair. So,
Mm-hmm.
people still think that she's mixed, but
Mm-hmm.
she is acutely aware of her skin tone and being brown
Mm-hmm.
and the different shades of brown that I think us
Mm-hmm.
people perpetuate. Like, well, I'm not dark skinned, I'm brown skinned, or I'm this. Well, I'm not that dark.
Yeah.
I'm more like this, or I'm more like that, and all these different levels because we're so
Yeah.
afraid of using the word dark skin because that still has like
Mm-hmm.
a negative connotation.